Now listen, Miss Connor, you're in a public place, so you should be safe until we get there. I'll have a car outside. What? I gotta go. Hey guys, Manny Fraker here, coming at you again to talk about movies. As always, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and ring the bell for notifications of future videos, and share that shit. So, here to talk to you today about music and movies. I once heard somebody tell me that prior planning prevents piss poor performance. And that couldn't be any further from the truth in some situations. And Clockwork Orange is no exception. So if you've ever seen Clockwork Orange, it is quote unquote ultra violent. And there's one scene in particular where Alex, played by Malcolm McDowell, is kicking and beating this man and assaulting his wife. So Stanley Kubrick was working on that scene for 4 days, and it just looked far too conventional, like a regular scene in any other movie. So he asked Malcolm McDowell, do you think maybe while you're doing the scene you could dance while you go back and forth assaulting these two individuals? And Malcolm McDowell did him one better. He actually sung the only song that he knew by heart was Singing in the Rain by Gene Kelly. It was the only song he knew, so he put that in with the dance routine and, you know, the scene of him assaulting those two people, and it just became an iconic scene. And to this day, when I hear Singing in the Rain, unfortunately, I think of that scene. And I know that song very well today because of that scene. But that song was never supposed to be in there. It was just supposed to be him doing his thing, cut, and it's in the movie. And years later, Malcolm McDowell actually ran into Gene Kelly at a party or a dinner or a fundraiser or something of that nature. And Gene Kelly took one look at him in disgust and just walked away. He was so just like taken back that that beautiful song was used for such a like horrendous scene. So watch the scene if you dare, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then there's been some other situations where a scene wasn't supposed to be in the movie at all, and the music was very good. So if you watch Face Off, there's a scene where there's a shootout at Castor's hideout, right? Where the FBI, I guess it is, or the police, you know, bust in and there's a whole SWAT team shootout. And there's a scene where the Castor Troy's son, Adam, his mother, played by Gina Gershon, puts the portable headphones on him, and it plays Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I think that was the best song that was tuned to go with a shootout that I've seen in any movie. And that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that it's gospel. I'm just saying, best one I ever seen. And initially the studio wouldn't fit the bill to film the scene that way. So John Woo actually had to take his own money to get that scene done. And it turned out the movie was very profitable, so he got it all back. But that scene was never supposed to be in there. Just like Clockwork Orange, Singing in the Rain wasn't supposed to be in there. And then, you know, you got Reservoir Dogs, the iconic scene where Michael Madsen is cutting the cop's ear off to the tune of Stuck in the Middle with You. So Quentin Tarantino initially, I think he had like $15,000 and a cheap camera and some friends, and he was going to make that movie. He didn't start out with a lot of money. Eventually Harvey Keitel signed on, got him another $1.5 million from the studios. But even then, there wasn't a lot of money, and Quentin Tarantino insisted that he had to have Stuck in the Middle with You in that movie for that scene, and he didn't care. You know, he was going to spend every dollar of his music budget on that scene, which I think was like 15 grand at that time, on that song. He didn't care if he had no other music in that entire movie as long as he had Stuck in the Middle with You. As it turned out, the producers of the movie were able to strike a record deal, and they got a whole album. So it ended up being pretty good. But like, it's just, I couldn't picture that scene without that song. You know, Stuck in the Middle with You. It kind of almost brings, I don't know, man, like I don't know, man. It just makes the scene so much more colder. And it makes Michael Madsen's character so much colder and so much more evil that he would be able to have a fun time listening to that song, dancing around and cutting that guy's ear off. It just really brings some, I don't know, depth to the character, if you will. So I really kind of like that. I don't know if that was intended or not, but I think that was really neat. And then you have Pulp Fiction. So Quentin Tarantino's getting the second mention in this video. He originally, during the sexual assault scene with Ving Rhames and Zed, they were supposed to be the song My Sharona by the Knack. Two problems with that was that Reality Bites had already paid to have it licensed to that movie. The other problem is the former band member of the Knack was a born-again Christian and refused to have any of his music associated with a sexually violent crime. So that didn't work out, but the song that is in that scene, I mean, I'm sure My Sharona would have had some kind of humorous thing to it, but that song that's in that scene, really, I can't see that scene without that song. I don't think you could have put any other song in that scene and made it better. And I just think it's really neat how you see these things go back and forth like that, where something's not even supposed to be that way, it ends up that way, and it's incredible. Or what lengths somebody will go to put a particular piece of music in a particular scene. I just love little details like that. So, it's a pretty short video today, man, so if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you don't like this video, please hit the like button. And subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to get notifications for future videos and share that shit. Have a great day, guys.